52 Weeks of Beauty, and today's video is going to be about the dip nails. I am so excited about this product. Like, I'm literally over the moon for it, I think. Yeah, literally? No, but I'm over the moon for it, for real. And I can't wait to tell you guys about it. I don't know if you feel the same way, but I love when my nails are perfect. Like, when they're perfect and they're pretty, I feel like my day is a million times better. So one little chip or something's wrong, I just stare at it and I obsess about it, and then before you know it, I'm at the nail salon like, fix this! Because I can't even like focus, and I'm like, I can't go on with my day until my nails are perfect again. This product is actually really awesome because it lasts for 2 weeks, and it's really like rock hard and super thin. So I love that because it's natural looking, and you can actually refill at the 2-week mark. And you follow the same steps that I'm about to show you in the tutorial. So I just wanted to really quick mention that the owner told me he came up with this product for people that are in the beauty industry that use their hands a lot, whether they're doing other people's nails or hair, things like that. And they wash their hands a lot, or they're just hard on their nails, and he wanted to create a product that they could use too. So no matter how hard they were on their nails or rough or anything like that, they would have perfect looking nails all the time. And I think that was pretty awesome because it's not just nails and hair and, you know, professions like that. There are a lot of other professions out there where people are rough on their nails, or just in general, even hobbies and, you know, things like that. So if you're one of those people that's rough on your nails, this is the product for you. So let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. I'll tell you a few tips throughout the video as well, and I'll be back right after to tell you where you can purchase it and how to remove it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, wait just a sec. I have a quick disclaimer. I am not a professional. I'm just a girl who found a cool product and I wanted to share it with you all. I hope you enjoyed as much as I do. Okay, so first things first, make sure you and your clients wash your hands and dry them thoroughly. Obviously just you if you're doing this by yourself. And then you want to sanitize your hands on top of that. I like to use a sanitizer that doesn't have any of those beads in it or any color to it. So this is just a foam sanitizer from Walgreens. This dip powder jar that you'll be putting your fingers in never expires and can last over 50 manicures. So I just like to be extra safe. I don't want any crazy bacteria hanging out and living in my powder jar. Okay, so now we are ready, and I've already done one hand, but I'm going to do the other hand for this video. And I use color P68. If you'll notice, the color in the jar is not the same that's on the plastic nail sample, I guess I'll call it. If you look inside, you'll be able to see. So I would recommend, if you're going and looking for these online, make sure you go with the color that's on the plastic nail sample. That's just going to be more accurate. Okay, and then the first step is to lightly buff your nails, and you just want to go ahead and make sure you're getting the edges and all over the nail bed to remove any oils and just to create a surface for everything to adhere to nicely. And I got this buffer and those other ones you see over there in the corner, the purple and yellow ones, from Sally's, and they're just super cheap, but I just like getting a bunch of them because they're just colorful and fun. So after you're done buffing your nails, just take a brush. All I had was a powder brush, whatever, but you can get a nail brush easily too, and just remove any of the dust that's left over from buffing. So before you open your powder jar, gently shake it, because over time the powder will settle and you want your powder to be nice and fluffy for a perfect application. Okay, so after your powder is open, then go ahead and grab the structure. And structure is basically a really thin glue that will help the powder adhere to your nail. So you're just going to apply a very thin coat all over the entire nail bed surface. And then, ready for the fun part? You are just going to grab the jar and dip your finger in and gently tap on your finger to get the excess powder off. I don't recommend setting your finger on the jar because you can easily tip the jar over, and if you do, it's really hard to get that cute little powder back in the jar just the way it was, and you probably will lose it all and it'll be a really sad day. So just keep your finger out of the jar and tap. So I'm doing the next finger. And when you put your finger into the jar, you can actually kind of push forward a little bit if you want to do it that way, or you could just dip it right in and pull it right out. Either way is fine. And if you don't like doing your own cuticles, like pushing them back and trimming them and that sort of thing, then I would highly recommend before you begin just going to a place and having a basic manicure and just not having them put any polish on. And then you'll have a fresh canvas, so to speak, to start and apply your dip nails. Okay, so another tip about applying this structure slash glue, make sure there's not a ton on the brush when you're applying it, because it can start to, run off into the side of your finger. Make sure you get that off with another nail or something if that happens. But if you're applying just a small amount, and you can always go back and get a little more, but just try to make it a small amount so you're not having any drips or anything like that gathering in the side of your nail, because once you dip your nail in that powder, you might have all of that glue, bunched up on the side of your nail. You don't want that. So just a really nice, thin, even coat. If you do a nice, even coat, I honestly don't think you can mess this up. I mean, it is so easy. I think that might be like the trickiest part, but once you get that, you're good. So after you finish that last finger, you could take the nail brush again and just lightly go over your nails to get rid of any of the powder that's resting on your fingers. Then you apply the structure glue again. So you put this now, instead of it being on your natural nail, it's over the dipped nail that you just did. And you're just gonna go ahead and do the same thing. So you're just putting that thin coat of glue and you're going to dip it into the powder. And when you do it a second time, like we're doing right here, this is when you really start to see some great color and it starts to look a little bit like it's coming together. Wow, look how fun that is. So you're gonna do that to all of your fingers, just the same way we did it before. And here's a quick little important tip that I learned the hard way, is see what I'm doing right now? I'm putting the glue on top of a really bright color powder. Well, the little tip of the glue wand brush is going to turn that color just a little bit. And what I did is I was like, oh, I'll just dip the brush in acetone. But it pretty much ate the whole brush up. And yeah, that's not cool. So I talked to the owner and he's like, brush cleaner doesn't work, acetone doesn't work, just let it be and just keep using the bottle. It won't matter whatever you do next time. That color on the brush will not transfer onto your new manicure. So just a little tip. So we talked about the powder never expiring and lasting over 50 manicures. But what about the liquids? Well, the owner said after opening, the liquids can last 2 years. So I think that's plenty of time. And just as an estimate, I would say you probably could get 15 to 20 manicures from the liquids. So after you have finished applying structure and dipping your nail into the powder for a second time to all nails, you are finished with the glue and the powder and you can put those away. I wouldn't recommend doing a third coat. I have done that before and it just doesn't look as natural. It creates like a thicker look and I love the thin look, so I just want it to look as natural as possible. You still get amazing color and the pigmentation is nice and bright with 2 coats. You really don't need 3. Okay, so the next step is what I'm doing right now. I'm applying the promoter, and the promoter is a drying liquid. It basically feels like water to me. It's really light, and it doesn't matter if you get it on your actual finger. Just kind of put it all over and apply it generously. You want to make sure that you are getting the glue underneath the powder to dry, and by putting this on top of the powder, it really does help the powder bond with the glue, and so you don't have any moisture trapped underneath the powder or anything like that. Okay, so this is another really important step. You want to make sure you wait about 30 seconds, and you can just check your phone, do whatever you want to do, but don't rush this part because you need to let it dry just a little bit, and it will dry in about 30 seconds. If you don't wait the entire 30 seconds, it can actually goop up on you. And I have done it before, but it literally was within 10 seconds that I did that. So if you wait the full 30 seconds, you should be good. If you want to wait a minute just to make sure, then even better. Okay, so when you're ready, grab your buffer again, and basically you're just gonna buff on top of everything. And this is another kind of strange feeling because you're like, what? Look at this pretty polish and I'm buffing it out, but you actually are just helping it be more smooth, and the color, it does not change the pigmentation at all. It's gonna be beautiful, don't worry. So at the salon, they actually used a nail drill and went around the cuticle area and kind of, shaped your nail and made it a little thinner around that area. But I'm not going to do the drill. I'm just going to use a buffer and it works fine for me. So just make sure to do all of the nails and then you're going to wash and dry your hands thoroughly. And once your nails are dry, you're gonna grab the promoter again, and you're just gonna go back over the nails one more time. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just put a generous amount all over the nail. And then you wanna wait 30 seconds again, let that dry, and then you can file and shape your nails however you decide. I usually wait until after I do the top coat, and then I let that all dry and everything, and much later I file and shape my nails. But you definitely can do it at this point as well. So after filing and shaping your nails, after the promoter has dried, you're going to apply 2 coats of the gloss coat. Okay, this gloss coat is amazing. It is so shiny and it's really thick, and I love it because it's still, I mean, dries really overall thin, but you can tell the consistency is really nice and it creates a beautiful shine. So I was talking to the owner also about this and asking if we could do any other top coat. You know, there's so many top coats out there, and what if we found another one that we already had on hand and we wanted to use that? And he's like, oh, please don't. This gloss coat is specifically formulated to work with this dip powder just perfectly. It prevents yellowing, and it also helps keep your color as vibrant and pretty as it is when you first do your nails. He did say someone called him once using another top coat and they wondered why their color had faded so fast. And he was like, you must have used a different top coat, and they admitted that they did. And he's like, please don't. This top coat will lock in the color and keep it beautiful. So after you do 2 coats of the gloss coat, you are officially finished. Yay! Except for some cuticle oil and lotion and all of that fun stuff. This is a very fast drying top coat, so you only need about 3 minutes, and that's it. I mean, after 3 minutes, you'll notice it's rock hard, it's beautiful, it's shiny, it's thin, it's all those amazing things, and I can't wait for you guys to try this. Oh my goodness, I'm obsessed with it. Okay, so the very last step after the 3 minutes are up of drying my 2 top gloss coats, I am applying a little bit of, it's actually bio oil. It's really not meant for your cuticles, but I love it for that reason, so I'm using bio oil. Anyway, you can use any oil that you prefer, and then just some lotion. And after that is all nice and dry and all of that, usually, you know, just kind of chill out for a little bit, then that's when I like to go ahead and file the edges of my nails and, you know, just make sure that they're perfect and everything that I want them to be, and really that is truly everything, and then you are completely done. So what did you think? Did you think it looked easy? Do you think you could do it on yourself or friends? I think it's like the coolest product ever. You know what I think would be really fun is, because it's like the dip, you know, like the candy, the fun dip and all of that. Like, I think it'd be so fun to do like fun dip martinis if you're 21. Or if you're not 21, still to have like a party and have people over and have fun dip candy bowls and, you know, all of that, or have those strips everywhere. And do each other's nails and just have like a double dip kind of party. Sounds fun to me. I also wanted to mention that this whole process from start to finish is about 10 to 15 minutes. Might seem a little bit longer in the video, but I was just going a little bit slower because I was filming for you guys. But it is pretty quick overall. So where to buy it? I will put the links in the description box below for the different websites where you can purchase it. And as far as removing goes, it's basically the same concept as gel polishes, like no chip and shellac, things like that. It's acetone. So I will be doing a video pretty soon on the whole removal process, so I'll fill you guys in on that soon. And in the meantime, let me know what you think. Leave a comment below and ask me some questions. I'm gonna do a follow-up video pretty soon with frequently asked questions. One of the questions I'm kind of wondering is, can you do a pedicure with this? I mean, maybe, right? I don't know, but I'll get back to you on that. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.